Did you ever have a bad day? Things just weren't going right. Everything seemed to go wrong from the time you got up to the time you went to bed. And what do? Well, you don't like to blame yourself, so what do? You blame God. But you know, our problems aren't God's problems. He didn't make them. We did. We make our own problems, and because of that, we have to take responsibility for them. Problem with this society today is no one wants to take responsibility for any of their actions. It's just no thought. The age of reason has passed. All we're doing today is being in an age of feeling, emotions. How do I feel today? You know, it's not about any kind of responsibility for what I do. I can do whatever I want and feel like I can get away with it. Doesn't matter. I don't care whether I hurt somebody or somebody goes out and gets shot, and they don't care whether the person has a right to life or anything like that. They just don't care. They have no sense of responsibility, no sense of morality. And we're living in very dark times. Because once we lose our sense of responsibility, we have civil unrest, we have social falling apart, society is crumbling, civilization is dying, and it's all because we don't take responsibility for our actions. And so what do? We say, oh, it's not my fault. Blame God. It's his fault. How come he's not on here helping us? How come he's not coming to help us when we have all this crime and all this sin and all this sex and all this child trafficking and human abuse? Why isn't God helping us? Because God gave you a free will. He gave you the will to do what you want to do and to make choices. And the problem is, some of the choices that we make are just absolutely, positively horrible. So, we can't blame God. It comes back to the fact that when I do something wrong, I have to face up to that wrong. And I have to say, the only one who's responsible for that is me. Me. I'm the one that made that choice, and I'm the one who has to live with the consequences. No, do not blame God. It's not God's fault when you don't think he appears. He's here. But you have to be responsible to him to live a good life. We have to be responsible to him to live a moral life. We have to be responsible to him to let him know that, yes, I will do what is your will, but it's my choice. God does not desire evil. God does not wish bad things to happen to good people. All he wants us to do is to have our free will and use it to the best of our ability to do what is right. So, when it comes to having a bad day, it's our choice, believe it or not. Oh yes, sometimes other people's decisions affect me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Then, do I still have to say it's my responsibility? Well, no, not really. But God does test us. He tests us, and he wants us to know that we love him. And sometimes when things get really tough, what he's asking us to do is put our trust in him. He sent us Jesus, and he died on the cross. And he said he would never give us a cross that was too heavy for us to carry. And all of our crosses are tailor-made, whether we make them ourselves or somebody else thrusts them upon us. But they're there for a reason. They're there to make us a better person. They're there to bring us to eternity. So, use your crosses. Use your disappointments. Use the things that are happening in your life that aren't always the best to make you a better person. But whatever happens, don't blame God. It's not his fault.